Hi, welcome to the Go-Go Juice podcast. I'm Day.
And I'm Giulia, and this is your go-to dose of girl talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Go-Go Juice podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
We have a very exciting presence in the studio today. Some of you might know him for a little bit of disco, a little bit of Kiss, but we're going to be reacting to Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally by Harry
Harry's new album. Yeah, it's Friday today, the 6th of March, and we're going to listen to the album for the first time together. It was really tempting for me this morning to just open Spotify and start with the first track, but I didn't. So we're going to react together. And actually, we have two guests here. They're going to have their own special episodes, so you're going to get to know them better. But for today, we're just going to react to Harry's album together. Also because the four of us are going to Harry's concert.
We are. You guys don't understand how excited we are about it.
So, welcome to Josh and Aadya.
Hi.
How are you guys feeling about being in the studio today for Harry's new album? None of us have listened. We, by God, wanted to, but we haven't.
Are we sure none of us listen? I can see a little smirk on Josh's face. Okay.
I did not. Was I tempted? Absolutely. Did I? No, I did not listen to it. And I'm crazy excited.
The lyrics, it's Harry. Everything's going to be great regardless. I'm just thrilled to see what the songs sound like based on their titles. Can we talk about that? Because personally, I'm claiming American Girls, Coming Up Roses, I think Paint by Numbers, there's so many on there that sound so good. I'm so excited to see what they sound like.
I think Carla's song is going to be my favorite one. Why? I absolutely don't know. I just think so. I'm really excited for the last one also because it's going to keep my expectations high till the end this way.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah. You'll be excited for it the whole time.
Yeah. What are you guys excited about?
I'm going to look forward to listening to Are You Listening Yet? Because just the title. And also, I can't wait to see Giulia's reaction to the entire thing.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm probably the newest Harry Styles fan of the four of us present, so I'm very excited. I've been doing my homework, listeners. Been going through and listening to all of his music. I mean, obviously familiar with the hits and things, but yeah, I'm very excited for Paint by Numbers. I loved Aperture. I thought it was great. Can't wait to listen to that one again. Such a bop. But yeah, I'm just kind of excited for the ethos, the thesis, all of the big fancy words.
So the fancy words.
Yeah. The way we're going to do it, we're going to listen to one song at a time and then do our reaction. If you haven't yet, I think it would be nice if you listen to the album with us as we go and then listen to our reaction after each song.
I think
that would be nice. We cannot play it for copyright reason, but we will put timestamps in the episode description so it'll be easier to follow along, I think. So, should we re-listen to Aperture?
And then
do a little reaction
do we maybe still want to? Because I love it. I think it'll set the tone. We have a good energy in the studio today. I think it'll be perfect. So let's do it, listeners. This is our reaction to Aperture. That was track 1, Aperture, Harry Styles.
I'm hyperventilating.
You guys.
We've heard it before. Yes. I think everyone at this point, if you haven't heard it yet, you've been living under a rock or you have a really healthy relationship with social media, which I don't think any of us do. But thank you for shaking your head, Josh. I understand. Guys, can we talk about how fun that song is?
Oh my God, so much fun. Also, you either have really good self-control, because I don't. And I wanted to listen to it the second it came out. The fact that I haven't is due to this podcast.
The whole album.
Dude, seriously.
Aperture is amazing. I remember the first time I listened to it, I was sitting on the couch staring at the telly and be like, my life is about to change right now. It was the first time hearing a new Harry song in 3 years. This whole album is going to change my life. It's going to be my whole personality for months, probably. That's all I'm going to hear. That's all I'm going to listen to. My Spotify rap this year, I already know how it's going to go. So, yeah, I listened to a BBC radio interview about Aperture. I'm just going to quote Harry because how beautiful. He said that the song is about the fact that when you're closing yourself off to a lot of things, you're also shutting out a lot of the positive things that can come into your life. And he said you can control how much light you let into your life. Please.
Can't we though? As a photographer, I love the song and the whole theory behind it. It's beautiful. It's so fun.
And that beat. Oh my God, that beat is just I want to be dancing to that in the club all the time.
No, the The triplet is gonna absolutely hit so hard in person at that concert, you guys.
And also, just like we discussed, the lower register. Oh my god. Like, we do love singers singing in their lower register, even usually, but Harry Styles singing in his lower register, that's another thing.
Honey, I will take Harry Styles singing in any register.
Fair
he
enough.
wants to sing
Fair enough.
Oh, can we though go on to American Girls?
I think we should go on to American Girls.
Yes, please.
I'm really
Julia might
excited.
self-combust if we don't.
Excited.
Listeners, we will give you a complete and accurate description of what happens over the next 3 minutes.
Yes.
Do not worry.
Okay, see you in a bit.
I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. That was track 2. American Girls.
We're being so melodramatic about it, you guys.
We are already
Oh my
crashing
God.
out about this.
The first line, Julia had to stand up and
Okay,
leave.
let me tell you why. Right at home, Harry's house had an impact on my life that I cannot even describe. It was the whole concept about describing what a house is, what a home is. That's such a nostalgic album to me. And the fact that the first song, apart from the single, starts with right at home. At home, using that word, no. I was sold there. I was done. That's just the first song. And I'm already really, really emotional about it all.
As an American girl, I think this might be my anthem for the rest of my life, actually. The whole time. American Girls, we are very easy to love. We're very fun. And thank you, Harry, for recognizing that.
Oh, the way it starts as well. Like the beat in the beginning, and then it picks up, and then there's the piano. And then you can still recognize the same beat from Aperture. Like, not really the same beat, but the same kind of beat. You know what I mean?
It's the same rhythm as Aperture.
That triplet was stretched out so beautifully.
And first, I completely agree with Harry. American Girls, love. Second, I've known you for ages. The different types of way he sang that line. Oh my god, I got goosebumps like the first time he did that line. I was screaming, which obviously you guys didn't hear, but you guys did, and I was screaming.
That was some type A longing right there. Like all my friends,
God.
all my friends with American Girls is like, damn, Harry's got some FOMO. Like,
Yeah.
It is. I want to say in the genius about for this song, it says that Harry's using America as the punchline. And so it could be kind of related back to the Leave America trend, right? Do we all remember
makes
that?
sense. We do.
Leave America, 2 kids fall in love, right? Like, stay in the UK, Harry. He's like, well, everyone loves those American girls. My friends all love those American girls. That's an interesting little parallel right there in
That's
his
really
discography.
interesting.
And actually, on that point, I really love artists who know how to write albums. Like, artists who know how to write individual songs, great. But when you can write an album that from start to finish stitches together 12-something songs, that they make meaning and they share musical ideas, is just, beautiful. Chef's kiss. Love. Continue.
And also, since we're listening to it one after the other, this after Aperture, oh my god, that was perfect.
It was a great contrast. I'm excited to see what the next one sounds like compared to that. Our next track, third, is Ready, Steady, Go.
Immediately. Go, 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 go.
No, oh my god, give me, I don't know if I can do it right now.
No, and
You're
that's
doing-
why. Content.
No,
Go,
you're
go,
doing
go,
great.
go.
Julia, can you please describe the crash out you just had to the Italian
Oh,
for our listeners?
Okay. Harry Styles sees me. Harry Styles holds my hand during the difficult parts of my life. And with his music, we walk together through difficulties. Right now, he's seeing me so much, he decided to be like, Giulia, I'm gonna talk in Italian for you. He did this for me, clearly. Oh, guys, can you believe he said a line in Italian? Okay, please say something because I cannot think straight right now.
I want to go back to because we were talking about this at Cafe and you were saying that in that video with the piano solo where he's like, I wrote something for you in Italy.
Yeah.
And then he played that beautiful 8-minute piece. Do you think this might be a callback to that night? Is Ready, Steady, Go for his Italian fan base?
Oh, I really don't. It is true. Like, I think that Italian concert was the first time when he talked in Italian, maybe publicly. I'm not sure. I don't know. It may be he loves the Italian audience. Maybe it is a way to tie it back to the last concert. Maybe it is true. Oh, and it's like a way to be like ready, steady, go. We left it there, and here we go now. Oh,
like full circle moment. Aadya.
And oh my god, I know I've said all the tracks were great so far, but this track, this is what I'm waiting for at that concert. That chorus, like, oh my god, that chorus. That small, like, melody piece that came in during the chorus, we were, like, rocking our hearts out here.
Harry Styles, king of funky little bass lines and sentence.
I heard a little bit of young Billie Eilish as well.
Yes, with
Yes.
the,
Oh my God,
I will
yes.
say the microphone flooding in the chorus, like when he says, but you call Leon, he was so close to the mic there. When he says kissing all the time, he means kissing that mic. Oh my God.
And don't we all want to be that microphone?
Oh, don't we? Yes, we do. Thank you.
After this one, we're really getting started. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm excited.
You guys, we accidentally just got a peek at the lyrics of the next song.
Okay,
and
don't.
like,
Okay, let's listen
This
to
is
it
why
then.
this was my song that I chose.
Oh my
It's
God.
Are You Listening Yet?
that first okay, let's play it.
Let's
Let's
go
play
ahead.
it.
This was track
This is track
4.
four.
Are you listening yet?
Harry,
Are we?
sweetie, we are listening to everything that you just said.
Who wronged Harry Styles in the last 3 years? Because holy shit.
That was a lot.
I must say, I am so happy I chose
Yeah,
that song.
round of applause for Aadya.
Yeah.
Like,
Great pick.
I'm sorry, ignoring all of your friends at the end of their rope. That one
Mm-hmm.
was hitting really, really close to home. This is really relatable. And as you said while you were listening, Dave, is he talking about our conscience?
I think so, because he's saying like, between your head and your heart and somewhere else instead. Oh, can you hear the voice, the one inside your head? Oh, are you listening yet? He's like, you know what you're doing is wrong. You actively have this voice happening inside your head and you're just like, whatever, and you're not listening to it at all. Harry is really going after this person in such a funky way.
Yes.
And like Josh said, Harry Styles diss track. This is it.
the juice, the secrets, and the bass line again from Aperture, like, hello.
I think that's going to be a reoccurring musical motif throughout the entire album, and I dig it. It almost sounds to me like skipping, da.
Yes.
It's like skipping. I can see Harry in his like full rhinestone bedazzled suit doing that across the stage. Like I can already visualize it. I'm getting so excited for the concert.
Dude, I can hear the guitar at the concert. Like, I can hear it.
I know I can be really dramatic when it comes to Harry Styles, but this is already changing my life. I can see me shaping my personality around this. Like, oh my God. Okay, this was amazing.
It was
I cannot
amazing.
like articulate my thoughts now. It's just a lot. I cannot wait to hear the next one as well.
This is Taste Back. Listeners, press play. We'll see you in a minute. Everyone, deep breaths.
Yes.
Oh,
That
my dear
was
God, that was a
track
lot.
5. Just track 5 and we're already... Okay.
I feel personally attacked. I did not appreciate that, Harry. A little warning would have been nice, thank you.
Oh, did you get your taste back? Or do you just need a little love? I thought this was going to be like a sexy romp kind of a song. I don't know, mentally maybe I was pairing it with Taste by Sabrina Carpenter. But then to hear, did you get your taste back or do you just need a little love? It's like, did you get your taste for me back? Do you have good taste again? Or are you just looking
And,
for
like,
a night?
The line just before that, and you know you can tell me, I can take that. Did you get your taste back? And I was just like, oh, kill me now.
I just love how I felt like he was really gentle in the beginning of this song. And towards the end, this song builds to be more intense. Like he's more straightforward when he asks you if you got your taste back. But in the beginning, I felt it like to be really gentle. I loved it. I loved it.
Really, really good.
And like the screams that were coming through at the end, it makes sense, right? The way the song was building, it was almost as if someone was just asking politely at the start, like you said, really gentle, and towards the end it's almost like screaming to themselves, not even to the other person.
Yeah, he could. I just like short circuited. Yes. No, it's like what you said, and you can tell me I can take that. Can you, Harry? Because you're screaming in the background.
Personally attacked and sentence.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Let's move on to the next one,
Are we ready
please.
for track 6, The Waiting Game?
I think we are.
Are we
We're
ready?
not, but we
No.
will
No,
be
we're
ready.
not, but let's do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway. This is going to be track 6, The Waiting Game.
It's a lot to process.
It's a lot to... we holding our heads.
And
like,
silence, which is the first time that's happened
yes.
in our
we
listening
were
journey.
pretty much just silent that whole time.
I am emotionally devastated right now. Like, you don't understand. Like, I am gone right now.
Some of those lines, you guys, were like gut punches. He said something, do you leave it on the table? I'm sure you clocked it, but he's talking about himself. When you leave something on the table, you don't claim it for yourself, you don't take it. He's 100% being like, honey, you could have had me if you wanted to, but instead you waited around and like...
I actually
Yeah.
wonder how much of this song is directed at himself, if Harry is the you he speaks about. Granted, I don't know as much of the Harry lore as you guys, but like it feels very like painting a picture of an artist who doesn't know how to love themselves and ergo relates that to the way that they love other people.
The lines, playing the waiting game when it all adds up to nothing. It's almost like you wait for something and you wait and you wait and you wait. And then even though you spent that much time into it, nothing came out of it. And that, I think, is really relatable.
Julia, I know you had some thoughts. You were typing on your phone, so I would love for you to share with the class, please.
I'm trying to type on my phone to put my thoughts in order. I feel like for the first time since beginning this album with this song, I'm just imagining Harry as a human being so vulnerable. I just can sense all the care that he put into this song and into this whole album, but this song is just like really vulnerable. And we were just talking about it. Of course, like many artists like talk about their dating life in their songs and their relationship, but like also isn't it so vulnerable to then know that so many people are gonna speculate about it and are gonna gossip about it. I'm just empathizing a lot with him right now. Like, I don't know, can you hear the care and the vulnerability here? It just made me really emotional.
It's a really tender
Really tender.
And I
Thank
like the
you.
way that you said, like, it's really vulnerable, but it's also vulnerable on a worldwide stage. I mean, and in a couple months, literally on worldwide stages. Like, that's such an interesting thing that musicians get to do, is they get to take, like, their most vulnerable selves and present it in what is kind of conceptually, like, the least vulnerable way possible.
I'm very interested to see how he's going to stage this, especially at Wembley, right? Huge residency, huge stage, huge crowds to play to, with it being a very intimate song. It comes from a place of serenading, right? Like it opens with this kind of lulling back and forth guitar track, which seems very emblematic of like, you know, the Romeo serenading his Juliet, you know, while she's waiting at the balcony kind of a thing. It feels like it's playing on that trope. And I think, knowing what I know about Harry, I think he'll do something really interesting with that when he tours.
I agree.
I'm really scared for the next one. I think the title is really bold.
It is a very bold title. For those of you who don't have the track list ahead of you, we're looking at track 7 of Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, Season 2, Weight Loss.
I'm really scared.
I'm having an odd reaction to that as a title. It's like you said, a bold choice.
A bold choice. Yeah.
It's hard to like think about what it could be truly before you
anything.
listen.
Yeah.
So I guess there's only one thing left to do.
So who wants to say something?
Aadya.
Okay, so I was looking at the bout of the song, like the song bio on Genius, and it says Season 2 weight loss is a metaphor for gaining confidence in the public eye. And then on Zane Lowe, apparently Harry said that it's like a, you know, when there's like a next Netflix show, it blows up and all the characters come back in Season 2 and they look much better suddenly. So it's almost like he was coming back as a stronger version of himself
With this album.
with this song, where it's like Season 2 weight loss and I'm looking good and I'm coming back as a much stronger version of myself.
I think it's that, and I also think it's an exploration of what it takes to do that and grappling with the kind of the idea of his identity, if he goes through that, which he has, if he goes through that, is he still the same artist that he was previously?
I just felt like after reading that, the whole "do you love me now? Do I let you down?" Yes, could be said to a romantic partner, but I also feel like that's for the fan base.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, do you still love me? Do I let you down sometimes? Am I still the person you want to love?
I want to say, with the album title, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, I think a lot of us were like, first of all, damn, I love it. Great concept. But the kissing, maybe this is just me, I saw it more as a fun, flirty kissing because it was tied to the disco. Harry's talking 100% about like true intimacy throughout this whole album. He really just told us exactly what he was going to be delivering. It is kissing all of the time, disco occasionally. Like, he couldn't have named it any better. This song really like made that paramount to me.
I think that throughout this whole album, he's making it really clear how much he invested in his personal growth during the years he took off, because he wanted to come back with an album when he felt ready for it. And clearly the sounding of it is really different from every other album he did as a solo artist. This is an instant favorite for me. He's just showing us how much he's
Giulia needs a minute.
I'll jump in on that. This song to me very clearly is a song about mental health. And how it reflects onto physical health, hence the title, emotional health, intimacy, love, art, all of those things. I think there's a lot that people can relate to on this, even if you're not, global cajillionaire pop star, like Harry is, even if you're not an artist. I think there's a lot that you can say about the line that we kept like grabbing each other and emotionally reassuring ourselves was it's hard to tell when the thoughts are my own and the old hat gets harder to hold. You've got to sit yourself down sometimes.
Oh, and the way you guys, I'm sure you all had a visceral reaction to it as well, but the way he spoke that line is just such a perfectly isolated moment in the song.
Like, that is by far one of my favorite things that musicians do, where all sound drops out. It's sort of like a void, and then one line comes, and the way he did that specifically, oh my god.
I appreciate when an artist gives us something that's not just fun to listen to, but starts a conversation. I think we're talking a little bit more deeply about this album than maybe I had first anticipated that we would. I was really thinking we were going to lean into those disco vibes, and the disco's there, but he's really giving us like a full experience.
That's amazing. It's almost as he's saying right now, this is my sound. This is my true self right now. This is what I enjoy doing right now. Do you love it? Almost like I do love it. That's why I'm doing it. And I'm being true to myself. But there's still that little self-doubt. Not self-doubt, but the question that you want to ask to the fans to be like, are you still on board with me? Oh, that was amazing.
Well, Harry, we're always on board with you. And if his next track title is any indication, hopefully things are looking like they might be coming up roses a little bit more for our beloved Harry Styles.
Daylin is currently laying on the floor, so she cannot speak into the mic right now, but we're all devastated.
I'd like to get a restraining order against Harry Styles, because why did that man stalk me and take notes on my life and then put them into a song?
I'm just gonna put this, since 4 of us have been watching Bridgerton together, that was a Bridgerton song and a half.
Because of the strings, can we talk about the string orchestra? I'd like to shout out Harry as a string player for either using really, 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 really good MIDI sampling or just using live strings. Shout out the string players on that. I mean, between he and Olivia and Ray just using strings beautifully. I love this era of pop with strings in them.
I cannot tell you just how much in my head I was picturing Anthony and Kate on that song, just dancing through the hallway, and it was insane.
I'd like to say another popular media that I know we all love, that I think that sonic world really mirrors, La La Land.
You didn't have to say that. Thank you very much.
That is just Justin Hurwitz. That's very the pizzicati in the strings. It's very much that kind of dreamlike.
How dare you say something like that just as I get back up from floor time. I needed a minute, you guys. It hit me really hard. Oh my God.
For context, she is crying, guys.
A little bit.
While we do that, I'll just read off the little about section for this. The vulnerability and uncertainty that accompany attempting to mend or improve a relationship while facing one's own desires and fears are reflected in this song. Harry admits to his own shortcomings and contradictory feelings, realizing that their desires may occasionally cause harm to the person that they love. There is a conflict between hope and doubt throughout the lyrics as one wonders if the two are genuinely compatible while still yearning for intimacy and assurance.
I feel like this is an amazing positioning of the song after season 2 weight loss. It's just perfect, and we were talking about it a lot, how it may sound really cliche. Each one of us feel like Harry Styles is personally talking to us individually, as like he really gets us, and everyone feels seen in his songs. And I feel like this one especially in this album is one of the songs that makes us think, oh my God, he's just talking to me right now.
The one lyric in that, does all of this seem to be bringing us closer, or am I backseating your life, judging while you drive? Like, that lyric is just so relevant, and it has that sense of like insecurity that comes in any relationship, not just romantic relationships.
Okay, well, after that gut punch, what do we think about pop being next? Any ideas of what that might sound like?
Well, Giulia played it by mistake instead of
Sorry.
coming up with roses. So we have a mini idea how the intro starts.
I'm really excited.
I'm hoping
Let's
this
see how
is
it
some of
goes.
that disco occasionally
It
energy.
will, probably.
All right, you guys, pull it up. This is pop track number 9.
No way. Oh, okay. I took notes while listening to
Please
this.
share.
And one of the notes was, this is reminding me of cinema from Harry's house. Like, Daylin saw me literally going through Spotify while the song was playing and trying to figure out what it was reminding me of. And Aadya, at the end of the song, just said that the genius of this song.
It says that it's referenced in Harry's song Cinema when he says, I bring the pop to the cinema and you pop when we get intimate.
I feel so smart right now. I'm not. It was a clear connection, but oh my God, that's amazing.
The musical kind of spirit of this was so interesting because the instrumental break gave me real Michael Jackson Thriller vibes. Like the bridge of that plays a lot with pedal tones and kind of changing chords. I mean, obviously, Harry nor Michael Jackson are not the first artist to have ever done that. But so, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one, actually.
This is going to be my favorite song to dance to when I'm there.
Yeah, can we just say that, like, all of us here in the studio, while we were listening to it, every time Harry said pop, we were all doing firework pop with our hands. Like, oh, this is going to be such a fun one to yell back at him while he's on stage.
I'm seeing it right now. We're going to be there. He's going to go, it's going to be, the whole band is going to cut out and the entire audience is just going to yell.
I must say, when it first started, I was not fully sold. I was like, okay, I need to grow into this song. But then when the chorus started and the beat picked up, I was sold in a second.
Yeah.
That was great song. That was amazing.
Thank the God.
Thank the God.
We're getting there, though.
We
I'm
are.
a bit scared. That was track 9, so it means we just have 3 left.
3 tracks, you guys.
Oh, no. Like, yes, but, that
It's
was
been-
really quick.
yeah.
It's been a journey so
It
far.
has. It's been a journey. Having only 3 songs left. I like that we say only. It's not like Harry didn't just give us like a fantastic album. It's not really
Yeah.
only, but like we have Dance No More, Paint by Numbers, and Carla's song to lead us out. So
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see where Harry takes us for the rest of this journey. Are we
Okay.
maybe ready for Dance No
Yeah,
More?
let's move on.
All right, listeners, this is our reaction to Dance No More, track 10. Giulia's head is in her hands.
Okay.
This one was different. It was different. I will be honest, I don't think it was my favorite so far on the album. But I can tell that he had fun with the production, which I think is what counts, because it was sonically very different from the rest.
We were talking about in our kind of prep for recording this that oftentimes Harry will take some of his more devastating lyrics and hide them behind the kind of the upbeat, funky, kind of high tempo songs. And I feel like that's what he did here. I feel like this song is a lot about, the lyrics, DJs, they don't dance no more, is like maybe audiences are more in love with Harry's music than Harry is.
I'll be completely honest, I was dissociating the whole song.
That's so fair. I feel like there were two parts where Daydin and I looked at each other and were like, okay, I don't know if I'm fully sold on this, but Harry will grow into this, don't you worry. Mm-hmm. It was the part where he's like, I've got something to say. I don't even understand if it's his voice saying so.
I think it is. It's a vocal modification filter that he's put onto it, where he's like dropping the decibel and like really stretching out the vowels to make that kind of distorted sound.
And also the pre-chorus where he's like, move it side to side with your hands up high. And I was like, fun, they're dancing. But then he goes on, keep your customer satisfied. I don't want to speculate, but I was like, ooh. Okay, let me think about it for like 10 more minutes.
We shared some intense eye contact for that.
We did. Just one thing about this song, but the whole album, I know it's kind of a prerequisite for artists and it's really important and something they work on, but I feel like you can understand the lyrics so clearly. He articulates the words in a way that as a listener, it makes the experience 10 times more enjoyable for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just really appreciate it. I have to grow into this song, but... Yeah.
It's going to take a minute to bloom.
It's going to take a minute. But it's okay. What do you think, guys? Anything else to say?
In a strange way, I feel like I have a more academic relationship to this song than anything else. I feel like to fully kind of understand what's going on, I need to like sit down and listen to it and kind of do some like close poetry analysis or something.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the other ones, we could pick up the lyrics. I'm not going to say straight away, but like we could kind of understand where he was going. With this one, I have no clue what the meaning behind it is. I have to listen to it 10 more times. And also like the last line where he's like, respect your mother, it's like giving me a lot to think about.
The sound of the song was like really, I don't know, it was upbeat, but it was not. Like you could tell even hearing the song without the lyrics that there was some underlying tension to the whole song, which is what made it such a comfortable but like sort of dark listen, I would say.
I think dark is a good adjective here. Yeah. Okay, next one is going to be a quick one.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 27 seconds. So
it's pretty short, I would say. I think that's short. It's only 2.5 minutes, Paint by Numbers.
Track 11, let's go.
I don't know. Do you think it's going to be Dancey Dance or
I hope so.
Time?
This was the song that I claimed when we were claiming songs earlier.
This has to be disco, because otherwise it's just disco twice and not occasionally. So I do believe the next two songs have to be disco occasionally.
Okay, well, this is track 11, Paint by Numbers. So did we all cry to that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Guys, where is the occasional? Can we get this man a dictionary, please? Because this is like...
No, there was occasional disco. It's just the second half of the album got really intense really quickly. I got chills for this song. I thought like the end of the album was gonna go back to the beginning of it, like the upbeat.
What you just said, going back to the beginning of it. Guys, this is about his beginnings in One Direction.
What? Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, ma cosa dici? Ma cosa dici? No.
Giulia.
No. Raga, non ci
guns.
credo.
Kids with water guns, One Direction. They would run around stage with the water
Oh my
guns.
god, I'm feeling sick right now.
Guys, this was so intense. Aadya, please take it
What
away.
I said, you remember what I said about the last song? I talked about how his image that was set in One Direction at the very start, when he was very young, was just wrong. And now I'm looking at the bout of this song. And the song addresses the struggles of a celebrity, focusing on being stuck with an image by the public. And I said that for the last song, and the fact that this is, oh my god.
No, the track list is perfect. The order that he picked for the songs is just perfect. I'm just feeling so sick right now. This was clearly about One Direction at this point. The first thing I said when this song finished was, this was awful. Not in a bad way. That's so intense, so much to process, and again, so vulnerable.
It just reflected Liam to me. Because, like, the whole playing with the water guns part, that was something Louis and Liam specifically would do on stage, running around with, like, water bottles, throwing stuff, throwing water.
Chills. Like, I'm getting chills all over my body every 5 seconds.
Truly. It's especially, I'm sorry, but the line, was it a tragedy when you told her, I'm not even 33? Liam didn't make it to 33. Liam was 31 when he passed.
Okay, I need to
I'm so sorry to bring that up, but I think, like, with Harry bringing on the nostalgia of what it was like to grow up under such infamy. I mean, what he says, oh, what a gift it is to be noticed, but it's nothing to do with me. It was One Direction as a phenomenon, not them as people. As it is now with Harry as a solo artist, we're obsessed with who Harry is. So he's thinking about the other parts of that painting, the other numbers that were painted in his life. The other 4 members of One Direction.
Thank you.
I don't have quite as much the history with Harry or with One Direction, but I can speak, having claimed this song in our fun little let's all claim a song just by its title and see what happened. The reason that I had to go and have floor time during this song is that this is obviously a song all about conforming to expectations, especially in a performance setting.
I'm just looking at the image they chose as the background for Spotify that is currently up, and it's just Harry holding a bouquet of flowers. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're leading again into, like, the whole thing I said before about him being really gentle and vulnerable. I feel like it's really a common thread throughout the whole album, and I'm just loving it so much. It's just, yeah.
Oh, we hope you guys are having some of these same experiences we are. Leave some comments to tell us what you're thinking about as you listen to our reactions and to the album. We are here to disco with you very occasionally.
Sparringly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have one more.
Okay.
Giulia, this is the one that you claimed. We're heading into track 12, Carla's song. Please tell me what your thoughts are before we get started.
So, usually for whatever reason, the last track on Harry's albums, all of them, is one of my personal favorites. So that's a bit silly of a reason for picking it this morning. But while we were having breakfast, I was just like, I'll just pick the last one. Also the title, I feel like it's really, really interesting and engaging. What were you talking about though, Day? Like, you just said that this song is blowing up.
So I'm trying to keep track of lyrics on Genius, and every once in a while the page is like not quite working with the service in this building, so I'm refreshing it, and when it pulls up, like half of the headlines I'm seeing are for the lore, if you want to call it that, behind the final track.
Okay,
behind
this is
Carla's
a
song.
long song. It's gonna be 4 minutes. It could be either way. It could be really disco, or really
with a track this long,
yeah.
it could be both.
It could be both. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Are we ready,
my God, the
listeners?
last
This is the
one.
last one. This is the final track of Harry Styles' new album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. This is Carla's song. I would like to start talking about the last one by mentioning the very first 15 seconds. To me, I think the beat sounded like a heartbeat, and the kicks that were happening there, I think they tie back to the camera metaphor of Aperture, that they were like shutter clicks, not just Aperture as something that's letting the light in as that's what it does, but this is him actively engaging with that. This was Harry saying, I'm letting the light in and I'm inviting you into the light with me.
And in some way, if you're considering the larger journey of the album, because that was the same kind of quality kick that we heard, the Aperture kick line throughout the first half of the album. So you could then stretch that argument to say maybe the beginning of it was an irregular heartbeat kind of skipping over itself. And now, by the end of this really intense journey, we're back in rhythm.
I'm just gonna say that, 2 things. First, I read through, the mini descriptions that were, there. And it's about the joy of rediscovering the joy that comes from music, because he saw one of his friends, which is why it's called Carla's song, because Carla is one of his friends. And he saw her react to that song in the first line, that lyrics mention, which you said was by Simon and Garfunkel, I think.
Yes.
So he saw her react to that and she loved it, and that's where he was like, oh, there's a joy. It comes from music, right?
I love how we're going back again and again and again to the light theme throughout this whole album. I loved how I was reminded of the Satellite Storms that remind me so much of Satellite. I think it's going to be great fun during the tour. It was just an amazing closing of the album. I cannot believe it's over. I cannot wait to listen to them all over again and just experience them again and in a different way every time. It's going to be a fun couple of months ahead of us.
He's such a smart musician that I think no matter how many times you listen to the discography that's been presented through the album today, you're always going to find some new detail that catches you off guard.
Because like the way he structured each and every song and placed each and every song makes so much sense when you listen to it throughout, because it tells a story, and I love those kind of albums.
We're all just kind of looking at each other like, I can't believe that it's over. I mean, is it ever really over? We're going to be listening to it the rest of today.
It's been great.
Not till the concert.
Not till the concert.
It's been great to share this experience with you guys. We hope you enjoyed this little listening party. Can we call it listening party? Not
I would say
really.
so.
It's
Maybe.
kind of reaction. Maybe you followed along with us. Maybe you listened to them with us. I feel like it's so beautiful how Harry took care of himself and did his personal growth. And now he's handling us this album. Just asking us, please do take time to take care of yourself as well.
It kind of gives a whole new meaning to it being called the Together Together tour. I think the first Together is like having it all together, and the second Together is us. Like it's us getting it together. But we're so glad that you were able to join us for another episode of the Go-Go Juice podcast. This was our Harry Styles special episode. On life and letting the light in, this was the Go-Go Juice podcast.